everyone and welcome back to Blackstone Fortress. This is the concluding part of our attempt on the last stronghold existing in the base campaign, otherwise known as the Descent, where it's not as much about the destination. This one is about the journey. We had 6 cards to get through. Last time we got through 4 of them, which included 3 combats, so we got through quite a lot. We know, as we left off last time, that there are 2 exploration cards left, and they both have to be challenges just because I made sure there was a split 50-50 between challenges and combats. So we will be doing these cards first, and then we'll be at the Descent Stronghold itself, which compared to the other ones is relatively shorter. We left things in a good stand. Everyone is inspired. Vorn and UR also have a bonus point that they can spend at some point if they need to. No one's wounded, and we haven't had to use any of our gear. So it went pretty well last time, and I think we're probably about to just get started, I think. Doesn't really matter what order we do them in. Let's just go this one, and we shall see what awaits us. Oh. Gauntlet of Death. That doesn't sound good. Take the 3-hex corridor chamber and place the explorers beside one end of it. One at a time, in leader order, each explorer can attempt to traverse the corridor. If they do so, move an explorer through it. When they enter the first hex, they make an agility roll. When they enter the second, they make a defense roll. And in the third one, they do either agility or defense of their choice. If a roll is failed, they suffer a wound. They must either give up or roll again. If the result is a success or critical success, they enter the next hex. Each explorer that reaches the finish draws a discovery card. Thankfully, we don't care about discovery cards anymore because this is the final stretch for the base campaign. We don't need Archaeotech, we don't need clues. So Gauntlet of Death, the adventurers look into it and like, nah, that's fine. We don't need to do that. The Gauntlet of Death can, do the thing that you can't say in a family-friendly video. The final card, then, let us see. Avoid Detection. It's a traitor command card. Make 2 agility rolls for each explorer. Any explorer that does not score a success or critical success suffers a wound. And explorers that score 2 critical successes can draw a discovery card. That one we have to do. Alright, so 2 agility rolls on Janus. He rolls d12s. Any explorer that does not score a success or a critical success. Well, does that mean on each roll individually, I guess? I guess so. So that would be a wound then. For Janus, that's how I take that to mean. I might be wrong. Agility rolls for Amelin. She only passed 1 as well, so I guess that means a wound. Yours agility is not good. Yeah, that would be a fail. I don't think you get 1 for each fail. Any explorer that scores 2 critical, no. Yeah, any result that isn't a crit or a hit, or a success rather, it suffers a wound. That's not good. This card sucks. 2 d8s for Vorn. She passes, she's fine. So we have completed this card, and that does mean we get to do a vitality check on everybody for finishing the card. So Janus's check, he can get rid of the wound he just gained. Amelin's check, nope. Yours check is a d12 for his vitality. He can get rid of his wound. Alright, so only Amelin is sticking with that wound. And that is the deck completed, so now I have to set up the actual Descent Stronghold, which is the main event for this part, so let me get that done. And so we have the Stronghold set up. As soon as you appear in the maglev elevator, the walls of the elevator drop and you're suddenly surrounded in an open chamber, and the Stronghold itself is split across 2 floors. The second floor is empty until such time as one of the adventurers descends the stairs and appears there. The victory condition is to get onto that console there and basically spend 3 6+, so 3 6s, to interact with the console 3 times to shut down the place, receive item, the power core or power cell I think it's called, and that instantly ends the scenario. But need to find the way down to that lower shape down there, and in order to do that they have to fight their way to one of these doors. They need to check the door. It flips over, and depending on which number it is, it will either be nothing or it will be the stairs down, in which case the stairs down will be placed, and as soon as someone walks down there, a bunch more enemies will appear. Now these count as enemy groups 1, 2 and 3. I believe 1 is the Psychers, 2 is the Beastmen maybe? Hang on. Well, I guess when I've got the book right here. 1 is the Psychers, 2 is the Negative Cultists, 3 is the Beastmen. But 3 more groups of hostiles appear on the lower floor. The rules say you activate the top floor first, although once everybody's off the top floor, it's fairly irrelevant, so we might just remove it. We'll see how it goes. It's got its own event table as always, and other than that, I don't think there's any other special rules really. Nope, I don't think so. Maybe using the stairs. Oh, hostels can move between floors as well, actually, so that's why you would keep the upper floor. Okay. Well, that's how things are set up, so we might as well just immediately get started with our Destiny dice. We lose the 1s. Didn't want those enemy. 2, 3, and 6. Now, Amelin is obviously wounded. 2, 2, 3, 6 for Janice. Wow! Triple 6s. What would the 4th have been? A 4. Okay, fair enough. You are 1, 4, 6 is fine. And Vorn 1, 2, 3, 6. Well, depending on order, that's not too bad. Just push this to the side a little bit. So there is a number. Oh, there is a number 4 in here, which is not required. We'll just get rid of that. Hostile group 2. That's the cultists. And then Vorn. Now we are not in cover where we are. So it's not great that it appears all the enemies are going first. So we will definitely be... Actually, let's use the ship ability where everybody gets to attempt a free gambit, not just Janice. On the assumption the nanotech virus lets us, which it does because that's a 4, so everyone's attempting a free gambit. Let's try Amelin first. She can go wherever she likes. She will swap with Hostile Group 2. Then we'll try with, well, UR is probably going to fail, so let's just try him. He did fail. And then D8 for Vorn. Nope. And D12 for Janice Drake. He can go wherever he wants. He will swap with Hostile Group 1. So now we're getting 3 turns at once. Let me check if you need to spend a certain amount on the checking for the portal. Yeah, to check one of the doors you need to spend a 4+. That's what I thought it was, because it's the same as checking for the maglev elevator essentially. But we do have a bunch of enemies bearing down on us. Amelin is going first and she has 3 6s with which to deal with psychers. She will fire. Might as well turn and face because again all the walls of the elevator have dropped, so they're exposed. She'll shoot at this guy with her first 6, so cover ignoring, re-rolling, sniper shot. It's a crit. He dies unless he shrugs it on his psychic shield, which he does not. Splats her brain, his brain rather. So he's gone. She'll spend the other 6 to do the same to the other one. Nope, it re-rolls though because it's an aimed shot. She only gets a wound and she can't do anything about that, I don't think. And that's if he ignores it. He does not ignore it, so he takes a wound. She has 1 6 left. She'll spend the 2 off the board to do a vitality roll to try and get rid of that wound. She did with a crit result, so that is gone. I don't want her to stay there though, so what she's going to do is she's going to phase walk. Well, she's just going to move actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, right over here. I guess she should technically check that while she's there. Is she really going to use all their dice though? UR is liable to take a beating. She'll sword him with the 3. So that is 2d12. She got him unless he shrugs it with a double crit. Where's my... there it is. Oops, spun her on the spot. He's down. Both Psychers are dead. Good, because Psychers could sap dice, so that's good that they're gone. And she'll spend the 6 off the board to check this icon. It's a 3, so now let's check the book. Let's see. If the marker is 1 or 2, the stairs are not behind this portal. If the marker is 3, you've actually just found the stairs. That's fantastic news. So this goes away, which is good because there's actually not enough doors in the game. Because this door needs to be immediately moved and put over... let's see, where is it? I just realised I think this is meant to be down here. Because there's meant to be a door up there. I'll sort that in a second because we're not going down there this turn anyway. We're going to try and kill as many of these as possible. But yeah, I actually think I didn't put that correct. Yeah, I didn't. It's meant to be in the middle, which there's not enough room for currently. That is meant to be right there. Oh well. Same movement squares, it's just it's not where it's meant to be, but we can fix it once we're all down off the first floor, especially if all the enemies on the first floor are dead. So next is Vorn. She is immediately going to put down her Inferno for the Beastmen, just to keep them penned in a little bit. And then she's going to move, but she might as well do a spend the 1 to do a flamer on there. 1, 2, 3, that's 4 away. 1d8 on, start with that one. Nothing. The other one, hit. No protection on him, so he just takes a wound. He's got 2 wounds left. There you go. She moves 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's going to need to spend the other 2 to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's not going to walk onto the stairs yet because we don't want to go down this turn. We want to go down next turn, ideally. So it's going to go to Janice's turn. The Beastmen are going to walk through fire to get to them. He will... Oh, I wish he had better guns. So on that subject, definitely should have been firing the Dark Age weapon with... Oh well. He'll fire his Splinter Pistol at the wounded Beastman at 4+ range. He can re-roll the die. Nope. Then he'll shoot his pistol twice. Well, once if it hits. It's a D12, needs a crit. Anytime you want to stop rolling, there we go. Nope, you know what? He'll just move an Overwatch instead. He shall move 4 and then Overwatch with the 6 down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put him in cover. So now Hostile Group 3 activate, and 3 was the Beastman. Yep. Beastman card. Put it right there. So we'll start with the wounded one, work our way around. There are other currently. 8 is an advance, so he's going to go 1, 2, and then attack with his pistol if he doesn't die to the fire. He dies to the fire, so never mind. This goes away. Next one along. While other 13 charge. 1, 2, 1, 2. So he did walk through the fire though, did he? Nope. He survived the fire and the flames. Next one along. A 6 is an advance, so it'll be 1, 2 onto the fire, and then he'd take a pistol shot if he doesn't die. He dies, so it doesn't matter. Burned to death. And then the last one, a 14 is also a charge, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, unless... No. Okay, so he lived. This one's just staying on the fire, I guess. So then it's UR's turn, and he is in close with a hostile, so he's immediately going to Power Claw the Beastman on his face and kill them. But he is slow, so then he's going to spend the other... Well, both of these would be 2 naturally, and then his upgrade makes them 3s, because they're more than 4s. Yeah, he'll spend both those for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll accept 5. That's good enough. Hostile Group 2 is the Negavolt Cultists. So let's see here. They are also... They can no longer see them, actually, so they are now hidden. Start from the left, work our way right. 19 while hidden is a charge, of course. I always forget, do these charge 3? Move 3, yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's right in your face instantly. They move fast when they wanna. Next one along. 17 is also a charge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He's right down in there. I have a feeling they're going to be doing a lot of charges. It's a rush. It's a move then a charge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can't get in the square because they're large. 1, 2, I guess. 9. No, sorry. 6 is a charge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, they made themselves a problem to deal with. Do the Psychers reinforce? They do not. And that is end of round, so end of round event. A 12 on the unique table for the Stronghold is... Access control breakthrough. One explorer in the access controls hex can immediately take an access action without having to spend. So if we were on the end scenario square, we wouldn't have needed a 6. Treat this as an inspired result as well if you're not there. So we'll give an inspiration point to Amelin, in case she needs to do a reroll or something. Alright. So we are starting the next turn, but I did move that up a little bit so that it could be corrected to how it's supposed to look. It's just come down 2 hexes. But also Janice should have got a 5+ Overwatch there before the turn ended when that Negavolt Cultist walked in, so that's 2d12 attacks. It would do a wound unless he shrugs it. He didn't shrug it, so as we move into next, he's had 1 wound. Just so we're keeping things right. Destiny dice. We lose 3 3s and keep a 5 and a 1. Everyone else, it's time for your activation dice. 2, 3, 4, 6 for Janice. Getting very awkward to have the dice down here and all their items. Oh, no. She is back to full health. I was like, hang on, she's wounded. Nope, that was her inspiration point getting in the way. 2, 2, 5 for the robot. 4, 4, 4, 6 for Pious Vorn. So we do want them early here, ideally. Well, Vorn going first is good, because she can burn the cultists. Hostile Group 2 is the cultists, so that's not good. Okay, there's Hostile Group 1, that's the Psychers who are dead. Amelin at the end there, and Hostile Group 3. Janus will attempt his free inspired gambit. He can switch with someone adjacent to him. He will switch with Hostile Group 2, and that's good enough. So Vorn will activate. She's on the same square as you are, so she is 2 away from this square with 2 of them. She will spend a 6 for Cleansing Flame. Wounded one is dead unless they shrug it, which they do not. Creating quite the dead pile over there. Other one is dead unless they shrug it. Nope. Good work, Vorn. I don't know if we want to go down this turn or finish killing all these things. Could do both, I suppose. But I do kind of just want to abandon the top floor once everyone's down, so I can move the actual important floor down, because there's a lot of enemies that are going to spawn on there once we go to it. She'll burn the cultist again, the nearest cultist, which would be double D8. She will bionic eye that to reroll it. Same result. She ignores cover with her flamer. Didn't shrug it, so he takes a wound. She'll spend the 1 on the board to do the same again. Good enough, unless he shrugs it. He does not. End up knocking the table. This cardboard is warped slightly. And then she will walk down to the next floor. So 1, and then she immediately appears there, and it causes the enemies down there to spawn, which would mean they get turns as well. So I'm going to have to put the enemies down at the very least, so let's handle that first. Right, so upon checking, it's actually a bit more complicated than that when she gets down there. When it rolls around to an enemy turn, so it would be Hostile Group 2 first, you do a reinforcement roll, and on a 1 to 10, as opposed to a 3, 2 or a 1, the entire group for the lower floor is reinforced via one of the 2 doors there. So they all would just flood out and act like a normal reinforcement, so they would either move if they can't see anybody or attack. So depending on the group that does come back, and it's a 50-50 chance of them fully reinforcing, which is scary because that can't be avoided. I'm just looking at what Hostile Group 2 would be. A Chaos Space Marine and 5 Guardsmen. Well, oh, also, we don't need this door down here now. There is actually a door there, because I was just thinking, oh, what if she fled to the south there? But that's not going to do anything. So she's going to walk into cover with her last die. She'll stay there and hope for the best, because what else can you do? It is Janus's turn. He will take a shot at the Negavolt cultist that's there. It's range 2, so it's a D12. He'll do another one with his other 2. Well, it's a wound if he doesn't shrug. He does not. They are about to activate, so he's going to have to spend another die and take another shot. He killed them unless it shrugs. It does not shrug. He is gone. And then he will walk down the stairs with his 6. 1, 2. And pop out up there. Hostile Group 2. So, first of all, we're doing it for the top floor. Cultists. No. The second floor. 13, yes. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's 1 to 10, so no, nothing spawns. That's actually really good. UR gets a turn. We're going to ignore that other beastman, I think, because that's extreme range. He'll walk down for 2 because of his bionic legs. Right there. And then he'll spend his 2 to move 2 more, which is 1 plus the bionic legs, and then he'll go on Overwatch. And he doesn't get cover because he's a large robot, so it doesn't matter. And once Amelin is down there, I am just going to clear out this top floor just so we can see the floor where the action is happening better. Speaking of which, it's Hostile Group 1. Do the Psychers come back, first of all? No. Do the whatever's down there in Hostile Group 1 appear? 19. They don't, because it's 1 to 10. Alright, Amelin's turn. She is... No, I'm looking at the wrong card. She's going down. 1, 2, 3, 4 into cover. There's still a chance that a bunch of stuff is going to spawn, and she has no 6s. So she will overwatch with 3 dice and hopefully be about to get some shots. Do the Beastmen respawn? Or reinforce, sorry. And then the one that's alive is now hidden. 12, that's going to be a charge because all they do is charge. Hidden, 12, charge. Oh, and on Vorn's turn, he's disappeared. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He didn't get to the stairs, so I'm going to say the stairs closed. But does the hostile group on the lower floor for hostile group 3 appear? Yes, that would be a 1. They do. So what appears? 1 Chaos Space Marine and 5 Traitor Guardsmen. Alright, the walls of the Blackstone Fortress have shifted, and as such the way out is no longer available on the top floor, just to make things easier, and so I can pull this floor into main view. Here is the Chaos Space Marine and the 5 Traitor Guardsmen that have appeared. Their appearance before they get to do anything triggers Amelin's many overwatches. She will fire the cover ignoring shot at the grenade guy, and they're all at range 2. That means it also rerolls, but it doesn't need to. Grenade guy goes. She will fire at the flamer guy who is not in cover. Nope. She will fire at the flamer guy who is not in cover. Wounded him. I'm blanking on how many normal wounds guardsmen. It's 2, right? Yeah, it's 2. I have their card here. It is 2. So that's all her overwatches. Them appearing instantly triggers a ranged attack of all of them shooting, and Amelin and Vorn are closer, but they are in cover. So that's beneficial for them, I guess. The lasgun guy, you don't need to roll for their AI because they came out of reinforcements, so they will attack if they can once, or they will move if they can't see anybody. So the lasgun will attack Amelin. He hits her with a normal hit because it goes down because she's in cover. Her vitality roll. She failed it, so she takes a wound. She'll re-roll that with her inspiration point. She passed it. Inspiration, gone. The flamer, that's deadlier because that ignores cover. That's a D12 and I'll hit both them. So Amelin. It's a crit, not a crit, sorry, it's a hit. She defends it. Against Vorn. It's a crit. What's her defense roll? Her defense roll is a D8. She actually blocked it, which is pretty spectacular. So then the other lasgun guy is just a D8. And he'll attack Amelin as well. He misses because it goes down to a miss. The pistol sergeant is double D8. Oh no, sorry, range 2, it's a D6. Crit down to a hit on Amelin, who blocks it. It was one or the other, it was going to tip either way. And then the Chaos Space Marine is firing his bolter at point blank. I don't have their card handy, but I believe it is a D12. At range 2 it is a D12. Crit down to a hit. Amelin blocks it. So they've all had their free attack. And that was Hostile Group 3. So actually it's end of round now. And next round, because every time they reinforce the entirety come back, we just want to try and get over there as quickly as possible. A 9 on the end of event. Stairs blocked. Explorers and hostiles cannot move between one set of stairs and the other for the next turn. Well, isn't it beneficial that the other floor magically disappeared then? Because as it turns out, none of them could follow us anyway. So I think I ended that turn with an unused Destiny dice, but it's too late now. And we lose those 6s, we lose those 3s, we gain just a 2. You know what, let's try and keep them. We'll use that ship ability. 17, we do get to keep them. So once per adventure, so it's now been burned. Let's see turn order first before we roll activation dice. So Janice is going first. We need a lot of 6s rolled on their activation dice, otherwise we're just going to have to focus on killing. Which is not super ideal, because they can so easily fully reinforce. This is not like we're going to lose the long term here for sure. So Janice, roll some 6s please. Although I just realised we have 2 on the board. And he just rolled 1. Can we see? Well, actually that's enough if he can get to the console. I think we can just win. Unless you're only allowed to do 1 a turn. I'll have to double check that. Which we can all do together once these activation dice have been rolled. Okay, so UR's got a 6 in his sleeve, up his sleeve. The robots have sleeves. 3, 3, 4, 5 for Vorn. Let's look at how we examine these things. Access controls. Use access controls and the explorer must take a 6+ action while in the control hex. The first time the action is taken, you flip a thing to a 1. Then you flip it to a 2. When the third action is taken, it just says action. So you can do it in 1 turn. In that case, because Janice is going first, I think we just win. Unless you have to... Well, let's say we have to kill the enemies that are on the board. I didn't realise we'd get so lucky. So he's going to spend those to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's on the control console. He'll spend his last 6 and those 2 6s. And then he instantly wins. But we shall proceed with the turn. And, oh, well, that may mean a bunch of enemies flood in. You know, we'll just fight the enemies that are there. Because it technically, I think it just says it immediately ends, right? The third time the action is taken, remove the marker and give the Power Cell Stronghold artifact card to the explorer that took the action. In order to conquer the Stronghold, the explorers must have used the access controls as described above, and all the explorers that have not been taken out of action must be in the maglev transport. Wait, there's a maglev transport? Oh, you have to go back up to the first floor. That's why you don't get rid of the second floor. Because you're supposed to go back up and flee. Whoops. Well, you know what? We can still turn that into doing something. We'll have the maglev elevator appear there. So we have to get out by going there. I'll get Janice's gear in a second once we stop. Does Hostile Group 3 appear? 10. It does. Whatever Hostile Group 3 is, which is 4 Traitor Guardsmen. And they will appear there, so let me go look that out. So there is the 4 Guardsmen, and here is the gear that Janice just got. You can carry more than 10 things in a mission, it's just after the mission. If you still have 10, you would have to discard down in Precipice. So he might do some trading with his fellow explorers then, because I think this takes him to... It's either 10 on the dot or 11. So what this does is you can use it during exploration step. When you draw a card, you you discard that card from like your journey down. And then you have to do the next one, or if it's the end, you just reach your destination or end the expedition. So it's a way of skipping a card you really don't want to do. I really wish this had been here earlier. Make a note of that. Do the descent early on. So anyway, these 4 guardsmen are going to get to attack, and they just straight up attack because of the reinforced rules. So they're all going to shoot at UR, I think, but we're going to start here and decide as we go, depending on how winded he gets. Point blank lasgun on UR, misses him. Point blank pistol on UR. Oh, he's 2 away actually, so it's D6. It is a hit. Rerollable D12 defense. He blocked it. The flamer at range 1, 2, 3 is a D12. It's a crit. You may as well just roll 2 dice, because as long as one of them is a crit, he's fine. The lasgun guy at range 1, 2, 3 is also D8. Nothing. So they did nothing, but obviously they're there and is a problem. Now it is Amelin's turn. And does she have any grenades or anything? She doesn't, does she? No. She can double her movement to run away, but that's no good. I totally forgot to get the elevator while I was getting those guardsmen, which is a problem, but we know the exit is down there. She could easily run to it, but let's see, what can she do? The 2 guardsmen there are not in cover, so let's take a shot at one of them. That is range 1, 2, 3. So it is D12. She'll spend her other one to shoot at the lasgun guy. She wounded him. Not exactly great. She'll spend a 2 off the board to do it again on the wounded guy. Killed him. Does she want to spend anything else off the board? She'll spend her 5 for cover ignoring shots and shoot the flamer over here. Well, no, they've already gone. She'll shoot the flamer that's above her, right there. So that is range 2, so it's a re-rollable D12. She'll try for a crit. Well, either way, She got a wound regardless, so it's 1 wound on the Flamer as I knock Janice's card everywhere. It's fine, he had no dice left. So she's only got 4 left, which she will spend to move 4. And she'll go 1, 2, 3. So she's in cover and still has line of sight. So Hostile Group 2 is the Hostile Group that hasn't appeared here yet, right? Well, Hostile Group 1 and 2 are both the same thing. It's 1 Chaos Space Marine and 5 Guardsmen. I don't remember if the group that appeared was 1 or 2. I think it was 2. So that's just them being there. So they're all going to attack, more or less. They're all engaged. Other rather, because they're not within 2. No, actually they are within 3, so it's close. So the Sergeant, Onslaught, he's going to shoot UR twice. It's 2 D6s. He got a crit with one of them. UR only brings it down to a normal wound. He hasn't gone yet either, so he's lost one of his activation dice. The Lasgun guy at range 2-3. Oh, we have to roll for his AI. I believe that might be a runaway. Fall back. He can't fall back. He's as far back as he can get without getting closer to another target, so he'll just hold, I guess. A 10 from the other Lasgun guy is a charge for some reason. You know, he'll charge into the square here and attack Vorn, who was in the center. So point blank Lasgun. It's a D8. It's a hit. D8 defense. She blocks it. And then the Flamer at range 2-3 is a charge. Yeah, it's a charge. He will also just charge in and immediately try and punch Vorn at point blank range with his Flamer, which is a D12. He can get crits when he wants to. She also got a crit though, so she blocked it. Which is good, because she wasn't going to get any real cover against that, because the Flamers ignore it. So the Chaos Space Marine, he's going to end up onslaughting, they always onslaught. 7, it's an onslaught, he'll shoot UR twice. At range 1-2, so it's a D12, we'll just roll both D12s. So he got a hit and a miss, and this is the defense with reroll. He blocked it. So now it's over to Vorn. She's got 2 problems in her face, but she's going to spend the 5 for a Cleansing Flames on the square with the Chaos Space Marine, which is 2d12 at range 2 on the Chaos Space Marine. It's a grievous wound, but he does not die, because they have 4 wounds. Sergeant, a wound, she'll bionic eye that to re-roll it. She killed him. And then the last guy, she killed him. She will then use her explosive... Wait, she didn't have explosive ammunition, I'm thinking of him. She'll use her Dark Age weapon at range point blank to kill one of the guardsmen in front of her, the Flamer, who's wounded. She got him. So he is gone. She's still got 3 dice left. She'll point blank with Vindicator Chainblade on the Lasgun guy and killed him. She just needs to do 1 wound to the Chaos Space Marine to kill him. She will attempt it, I guess. It's range 2, so it doesn't matter what she uses. It's double D8 with her Flamer. Ah, she missed. She can't do anything about it because she's already bionic die, so can't do anything about it. She'll run away. 1, 2, 3 into this square, so she's got cover as well. Then it's UR. Janice is kind of off on his own, which is a problem. UR will fire 3 times into the square with 2 guardsmen at range 3, so it's a single D12. Let's get these dice out of the way. First Flamer guy wounds him, and they don't have cover from the angle they've got currently. He will then explosive ammunition and do it on the same square. Flamer, killed him. Other guy, nothing. Fine. Forgot he had a Thunder Hammer. Let's see, there's still 2 3s on the board and Janice is already gone, so it's not like anyone else can use them. He'll walk 1 and then Thunder Hammer the guardsman, so it's double D12. Splat, well, didn't splat him, only did a wound, that's no good. Put that one there, it's no good at all. He doesn't get cover anyway, so he might as well spend the 3 on the board. He'll shoot the Chaos Space Marine, who's now at range 1, 2, 3, so it's still D12. Killed him. Good. Threat removed. That is, now we need to see if Hostile Group 1 come in. They do, so it's another Chaos Space Marine and 5 Traitor Guardsmen. So the enemy reinforcements have flooded in and they all get a free attack, and they're all going on UR, I guess, because he's the closest target they can see. So it's 2 pistols. There's actually a lot of pistols here just because I accidentally drew that many. There's 4 pistols in total, so there's 2 pistols on UR. Also, I did get the exit. 2 pistols on UR. One is a crit, which he blocks down to a normal wound, but still takes a wound, so he's only got 1 energy left. The other 2 pistols, oh no. Well, let's go against the crit first. He saved it. Normal wound. He saved it with a double crit. I'm rolling 2 dice just in case it isn't obvious because he gets a reroll on his failed save, so he might as well just roll 2, pick the best result just to go a bit quicker. So then there's also a grenade in there as well. Grenade at range 1, 2, 3, 4 is a D8. It's a crit, come on now. He brought it down to a normal wound, but he is now living on Destiny dice because he is fully wounded up, which is unfortunate. The Chaos Space Marine will also shoot, and that is range 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a D12. He gets a crit, and he only brings it down to a normal wound, so UR is out of there. He is taken out of action. He'll be waiting for them in the elevator to see if he dies. And that is end of round. All we need to do is run next turn. Janice just needs to scrap her. I wish I'd sent Amelin now, although she didn't have a 6, did she? Because she could have just phase walked into the elevator. Anywho, end of turn event, an 18, that doesn't sound good. Heroic effort, maybe? Oh, it is! The leader picks an explorer but it's out of action. Deploy the explorer in the same hex as another explorer or as close to another explorer as possible, then make a vitality roll for them. You are! You thought he was dead, but he crawled over here, and now he's up there. His vitality roll is a D12. He got rid of a wound. The robot won't die. Not yet. Alright, we're ready for a new round, although I was also forgetting if the worst did happen to UR, he has, somewhere in this pile, he's got a Phoenix rune, so he can actually come back from being dead. I totally forgot he was the one that had that, so it wasn't as desperate as it might have seemed. Anyway, Destiny dice, we lose nothing. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, that is perfect, because we just want an early Janice to run a mile. Speaking of which, roll high. Alright, 2, 2, 5, 6 is acceptable. Amelin. 2, 4, 4, 3. Ooh, she can do a couple of cover ignoring shots. UR only gets the 1 die, and it's a 3. Then Amelin. 1, 4, 3, 5. Hostile Group 2, that's the group that was reinforced and then got wiped out. Amelin is there. There's Janice. I must admit I've forgotten which group is 2, which group is 1, and which group is not. Oh, no wait, Hostile Group 3 is the guardsmen that just appeared, so they're surviving on the table. I believe Hostile Group 1 is the group that has not come on at all yet. Janice will try his free gambit. He can swap with an adjacent. Ugh. Is there any point swapping with Amelin? I don't think there is. You are... No, you can't really... Well, yeah, there's plenty of Destiny dice. You are going to try Gambit on a D6. He can swap with adjacent. Ha! No point. No point at all. Vorn would have to go back over there. Now we'll just have to take it as is. So Hostile Group 2, I believe, is the group that just came back. If it isn't, then it's Hostile Group 3. Was it Group 3? Oh, I can't remember. That's what I get for having 2 groups that are absolutely identical, or what the book gets. Hostile Group 3 is definitely these 2. So they haven't gone yet, and Janice is going before them, that's fine. One group, either 1 or 2, is dead, and the other one just appeared. Let's say 2 is the dead people. Do they come back? They do, but there's literally nowhere for them to fit. Because they can't mingle. Well, they probably could mingle with the guardsmen here, but I don't want to do that. Plus, Janice would almost certainly die, at least if only they're acting. He's got a chance he'll live, although he probably won't. Speaking of which, let's just skip on to them because I've got one in hostile group 1 and 2 mixed up. Lasgun guy, 14 while 1, 2, 3, he's other. Onslaught, that means he shoots at maximum range with his pistol twice at Janice because that's the closest target. Hits him once. Janice's vit roll is D8. He saved it. Next guy is also a pistol. Wait, can they draw a line of sight? Yeah, they can. I don't think center to center crosses this gap there, so I think they can see. The next guy, does he onslaught? He actually does. It's literally the same dice result. And he missed. Roll 14 again. Roll 3 14s in a row. One is run away. So 1, 2, 1. He's ran away. Next guy also has a pistol. An 11 is probably an onslaught. Other, it's an aim. So take aim and then fire at the closest target. He can't see Janice from that hex, so I guess it would be Amelin, let's say. Extreme range with a pistol is a D6. It ignores cover because he aimed it and he still missed. Grenade guy. Other. A 1, he flees. He's hiding in the corner up there. Chaos Space Marine, while other. That would be 4 on other is an aim, so he's taking an aimed shot at, let's say, Amelin. And maximum range is a D12 with a bolt gun. He missed. So then it is over to Amelin then. Put them to one side. From the hex they're in, she can see him, but she can't see him. So she'll take a aim shot at the one she can see, so it's a re-rollable D12. Oh, come on. She'll spend her other 4 on a re-rollable D12. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? She'll spend the 5 off the board to do another one. Nope. Well, actually, yeah, he's got a wound. We'll take that result. I forgot he was wounded. That was ridiculous. And he is from a separate group, so I'll have to keep him separate. That's good enough. She is now running 8 into the elevator. More than enough to be ready to leave. Janice needs to kill and run. That's all there is to it. Because he can't walk past the guardsman that's there, so he'll shoot at him. Oh, he'll use his pistol, first of all. You can reroll one of the dice. Nope, of course not. He'll spend then, at range 2 to 3, so it's a D12. He'll spend into a D12. Good enough, he's wounded. Goodbye. Then he'll spend these 2 to see how far I can get on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, sorry Amelin, just knocked you over there. Then he'll need to spend a 1 and a 2 to move 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is in. The hero is safe. Then it's hostile group 3, which is the smaller group of guardsmen. They don't actually come back anyway because that's a 15. Vorn is running. She'll spend all of those for 12. She's outie. And then you are. He can only spend 2 on the destiny board. He's getting 2 from that and 3 from that because of his bonuses. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3. Even though this isn't how you're supposed to do the latter half of this mission because I didn't realise prior to tidying away the first floor. It is done. The constant reinforcements there, very deadly. Do you get, pardon me, yes, you get a Destiny dice worth of free cash to spend when we return to Precipice, which we're going to do now because we're prepping for the Hidden Vault, the finale to the base campaign. So we are back on Precipice and here's how the shop has panned out. I do apologise again for not realising you had to run out via the first floor, and I genuinely did not know prior to tidying it away just to make it easier to see the second floor. I thought it just ended because you shut everything down when you activated the console. Take that as a lesson to always read everything thoroughly. Anyway, Janice's bonus cash, 5. Amelin's bonus cash, 6. Voron's bonus cash is 3. The robot, the robot gets 1 because he almost died. Also, Janice has 3 Archaeotech and Amelin has a 1, and if they go to their own ships they get a bonus 1 as well. So Amelin will go to her own, well, I guess we should go left to right, but you know what, I know what Amelin wants. She's going to her ship, so she has 7, 8 in total. So she will buy the Thermopolis cloak, exhaust this to change a defense result to a critical success. Oh sorry, it changes a successful one to a crit success. It can't change a fail to a crit, so it's not as good as I was thinking, especially for 5, but it is good if I remember I have it, because I also totally forgot that Janice had a reroll failed attack once per turn now, which was buried in his mountain of cards. So that was, she spent 5, so she has 2 left over, technically, because she gets 1 for free. I want rid of the Archaeotech, so she'll just trade that for the Celestial Shield, use it in the initiative phase, and she gets defense D12 for the entire turn, which seems like it might be useful, so we'll get rid of that. We're not doing discovery cards anymore for this mission anyway. Janice is going to go to Vanguard, his ship. So he has 6, 7, 8, 9 in total, counting all the bonuses. So for the 9, but he doesn't have the inventory space, he's going to buy the Drake skin cloak because he's wearing it. So that covers 4 of the 5 bonus he got. Exhaust this to reroll a failed defense. Again, hopefully remembering to have it because that's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's at 10 counting his Archaeotech. He has 1 bonus left over from what he just spent. He will buy the Plasma Bomb, I guess, because Plasma Bombs don't go wrong. Everyone suffers 1 grievous wound, so that costs 3. He's going to spend his Archaeotech cards to get rid of them, to clear enough space in his inventory so he can take a Plasma Bomb, because that's more important. I don't know what the Hidden Vault involves, like genuinely I don't. I imagine it's going to involve a lot of Space Marines, pardon me, and Ordeos Malix again. Vorn has plenty of inventory space. She's only carrying 5 things, 2 medkits. She's kind of like the pseudo healer. She's got 3. If she goes to Clarion, she'll have 4. Yeah, let's do that. She'll go to the Clarion, that's her ship, so the 3 becomes 4. She'll buy Incantation Death and Stimulant. We've seen Stimulant a long time ago. She can double her move value for that turn, so she would be movement 6. And Death, range 3, you have to spend a 1+. Pick a hostile that's visible, roll the Blackstone die. If the roll is higher than the hostile's wounds value, the hostile is slain. Let's say, just for fun, would we have killed an Amble if there was an Amble here? Do you have to get over? Higher. Would not have killed an Amble. Ambles have what? So it was 16. I just rolled 2 1s on a d20 in a row. Can we go for 3? Can we do 3? I doubled it. 11. That's just double 1. Don't think about it too hard. So she will throw in Incantation Death, which is going to be for taking out a big bad, if indeed there is a big bad, and Stimulant to maybe help her escape, because it's every man for themselves in the finale. You are, use this immediately after an explorer discards a resource card. A one-time use homing round for free, or explosive. Discard this card before making an attack, make that attack, and then make it with the same weapon against all other hostiles in the same or adjacent hex. I guess he'll go there and he'll spend his free one as well. He'll buy exhaustible homing and explosive round. He already has a homing round, I just realised, so now he's got 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got room. So with that, we are done with Strongholds. The final Stronghold has fallen, and now all that remains is the Hidden Vault and the finale to the base campaign. After which time we will be taking a break, probably, for a little bit. There is technically still some stuff in the 2019 Annal we can do as well, once the Hidden Vault is done, before immediately moving on to the next chronological expansion, which would be Escalation, which will involve painting up some new minis, bringing in some new heroes as well, mixing old and new is the plan. But that's down the line, because obviously these videos aren't particularly popular, sadly. Blackstone Fortress is a bit old, I guess. Either way, thank you to those of you who did watch this, I appreciate it, and we'll see you for the finale, the Hidden Vault, next time. Ta-ta for now.